They used to call me Crazy Joe, but now they can call me Batman.
Good morning. Welcome back to Crazy Joe's Concession Stand. I'm Crazy Joe, and today this video is a call to action. I am calling you, the viewer, the listener, to action. We have to fight to save an attraction at Walt Disney World, and we may not have much time to do so, unfortunately. D23, the Disney convention, was held last week and over the weekend. And one of the bits of news that came out of there was that there might be a Monsters Inc. land. We may be getting a land based on the Monsters Inc. Pixar film. No, not maybe. They said we're getting a land based on Monsters Inc. And that sounds great. It sounds great. However, new details have come out from The Wrap. The Wrap recently wrote an article that says that this is actually a cause for concern. Here's the article. Disney tips shuttering MuppetVision 3D. Fans decry devastating move. Yeah. Closing a Hollywood Studios attraction, Jim Henson's final performance was nearly announced at D23 before a last-minute change, The Wrap learns. Mere hours after, now I got a stupid ad in my way, mere hours after Disney Experiences held its big showcase at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California, and touted major and exciting new film, TV, and parks projects at D23, the ultimate Disney fan event, it appears one fan favorite attraction could be closing for good. Walt Disney Imagineering, the secretive arm of the Walt Disney Company responsible for theme parks, has only a few weeks to decide whether to keep MuppetVision 3D or shut it down, an individual with knowledge of the situation told The Wrap. And its closing was going to be tipped at a D23 presentation until a last-minute swap. The original attraction opened in 1991, exactly a year after Jim Henson's tragic death, and has since become something of an institution. The film itself is a hilarious trip to the Muppet Labs, where your favorite characters are working on demonstrating a new 3D technology. It's very much in the spirit of The Muppet Show and the recently aired The Jim Henson Hour. That was obviously written in 1990. The Jim Henson Hour aired in 1989. Waldo, the Spirit of 3D, first appeared on that show. With technological breakthroughs being delivered with the I can't say that word. I don't know. I've never been able to pronounce that word. Spirit audiences have loved since the Muppet Show, and the whole thing lasts just 15 minutes. During the D23 showcase, artwork for a proposed Monsters Inc. theme land was shown that would feature a coaster themed to the door chase from the first movie, along with monster-fied shopping and dining locations, and be housed within Disney's Hollywood Studios, a park that had started as a place where you would go behind the scenes of film and television production, and has, with the addition of Star Wars and Toy Story theme lands, become the Disney theme park equivalent of the drawer at home where you shove all the stuff you don't have a place for. Well, that's a load of crap right there. Disney Hollywood Studios is themed to the movies. Toy Story is a movie. Star Wars is a movie. Monsters Inc. is a movie. The Muppets have appeared in movies. So it's not just where you shove all the stuff you don't have a place for. The theming is the movies. That was a dumb comment from the writer of this article, Drew Taylor. Drew Taylor, do better. But anyway, where the Monsters Inc. land would go within Disney Studios was not disclosed. According to a source with knowledge of the situation, there was an alternate artwork that was going to be shown during the presentation, and it would have more directly pinpointed that MuppetVision is on the chopping block. At the last minute, that artwork was swapped for something more nebulous. There were fears internally that Josh Tomorrow, the unflappable and widely beloved chairman of Disney Enterprises, it's Josh Tomorrow. I said it a little fast. It sounded like I said Josh Tomorrow. It's Josh Tomorrow, not tomorrow. The widely beloved chairman of Disney Experiences would get booed as he delivered the news. Eagle-eyed fans still spotted a telltale water tower that gave away the location, taking to social media to express their outrage. Disney declined to comment for the Wrap's story. The Jim Henson Company did not return the Wrap's request for comment. Hours before the event, an insider told the Wrap that the ride would be placed within Animation Courtyard, an area of the Disney Studios that is formerly served as the demarcation point between the Disney MGM Studios theme park and the area where actual production was being done. The Animation Courtyard's name comes from the fact that a Disney animation satellite studio used to be there, and it was later where guests would load onto trams for a backlot tour of the Florida facilities. It made sense. The area is very open and not being used for much besides a Star Wars photo op exhibit called Launch Bay that was built in service of promoting The Force Awakens in 2015, and now the area is mostly abandoned. Another individual with knowledge of the situation pointed to why the Muppets Courtyard, or Grand Avenue as it's currently known, would be more ideal for the Monsters, Inc. land. There's already a restaurant there themed to Rizzo the Muppet Rat, and infrastructure for shopping. And chiefly, there's already a faux city aesthetic to the area, perfect for converting to Monstropolis. It's a perfect way to stretch that $60 billion, said this individual, referring to the $60 billion Disney has earmarked for theme park expansion around the world, which also includes additions to international parks and beefing up the company's lucrative cruise ship line. At the moment, it looks like it's curtains for MuppetVision 3D, and for some, this is a huge issue. If this replaces Animation Courtyard, it's a pretty neat addition. If it replaces MuppetVision 3D, this is the worst thing that's happened in my entire life, said one fan on X. Another wrote that MuppetVision 3D needs to be protected as the most important piece of media in American history. It's devastating for me because I love MuppetVision and it still plays really well. They also just refurbished it, and the effects look better than they have in a long time. Hollywood Studios is a park that has very little history left, and while not an opening day attraction, MuppetVision was from that bygone era. Kevin Bergerer, the man behind the Defunctland video series, told The Wrap he recently made a multi-part Jim Henson series on YouTube. Bergerer points to the attraction as an example of Henson humor from the 70s meets Eisner humor from the 80s, adding, MuppetVision treats Mickey Mouse as a celebrity. It treats the parks with reverence. So anyway, I'm not going to read this whole article. I've read most of it already, but I'm not going to read the whole article. Bottom line is, this is the artwork that was presented at D23. It shows monsters in a wandering around in the city, and that's, this is the updated artwork. If you're listening on the podcast, you're not going to be able to see this, but this is the updated artwork to try to kind of cover the fact that they're looking at Muppet Courtyard. Like I said, we're being told by the Wrap and some other sources that there is not much time. Disney Imagineering is planning to make this decision within weeks. So if you, like me, feel that the last project with the Muppets that Jim Henson himself actually worked on should be protected, especially when Disney has another area where they can stick this, the Animation Courtyard, please let Disney Imagineering know. Call them at 818-544-6500. Again, that's 818-544-6500. Call them, let them know you do not want to see MuppetVision 3D go away. You could also write to them, write to Walt Disney Imagineering at Walt Disney Imagineering, 1401 Flower Street, P.O. Box 25020, Glendale, California, 91221-5020. Again, Walt Disney Imagineering, 1401 Flower Street, P.O. Box 25020, Glendale, California, 91221-5020. It is not too late for us to save MuppetVision 3D, and as a lifelong Muppet fan, I feel that as this is the final thing Jim Henson ever worked on, we need to let Disney know that this is not something anybody wants to see happen. Call them, write to them. Heck, even if you just want to send a tweet and direct it at Walt Disney World, I don't have the Disney Twitter address in front of me. But whatever you got to do, make your voice heard. Let Disney know that we don't want this theme park attraction to go away. All right, everybody. Until next time, keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas
with the plastic feet.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Tell everyone to meet.
Keep wearing those pajamas
with the back door flap.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Don't open it, it's a trap.
Oh no,
it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander Adamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas.
Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas.
I know we're having fun.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
And now the song is done.